are back with two Grammy winners who owned the early 2000s. Who can forget Nelly's hits like Country Grammar and, as you're listening to, Hot in Here. And, of course, we loved Ashanti's Foolish and Only You.
These two dated for a decade after meeting backstage at the Grammys in 2003 when Nelly asked for her autograph.
Why does he look? What's in that facial expression? Like, what are you doing, man?
Guys, here's the thing. After a 10-year breakup, they're now married and welcomed a baby in 2024.
Oh, it gets even better because now the couple is chronicling their journey in their new Peacock reality show. Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together. They're here to tell us all about it. Welcome. It's such a great story. To Kaylee's point, starts 20 years ago. You date for a while, then you break up. And we have the moment when the reuniting sort of began. I think we've got video of the two of you on stage together. This was during the pandemic. You were performing back in 2021.
The rub.
Is that a rub?
Talk about the rub.
You see the rub right there? Watch the rub. Oh, watch the rub.
It wasn't a tap-tap.
Don't talk about the rub.
It wasn't a hey, buddy.
What was going through your mind, Ashanti, when you saw him on stage?
You know, I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, oh my God, is he coming over here? Is he walking? Okay, what do I do? Do I talk? Do I not talk? Do I say something? Do I walk away? What do I do? And I don't know. It just happened.
She just rubbed.
And you knew when she rubbed your back.
Hey.
You're like, I'm back here. I mean, did you think, though, even after the rub, did you think this is how it was going to end up?
No, I think it was just more or less just having that positive energy of being like, yo, you know, because we hadn't seen each other or talked to each other in a while. And we were there to help two good friends of ours celebrate, you know, their journey through music and everything. So, you know, you never want that negative energy. Definitely not to interfere with any of what we had going on while we were there in the first place. So it was cool. You know, I didn't know how it was going to go.
Yeah. It could have got ugly. But it didn't. Luckily, it didn't. And now we get a glimpse into, you know, not only this love story, but also just being newlyweds, having a baby. I mean, there's a lot to juggle there. So how do you manage all of that with the cameras around and everything?
It's a lot, you know, but it's real life. And that's the thing with us. You know, we are really in real life managing our lives together, our child, our careers, traveling, the cameras, getting those moments. So it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real life in real time. And I mean, you know, we got Mama Jo over there, so she keeps a camera. So we were used to that. We were used to that anyway. You know what I mean? So now we just get to show the rest of the world. And it's dope, man. I think they get a great look at reality in real time and what we do.
Yeah.
Well, and Nelly, for you, you had 4 kids before the new one. Brought in 2 after your sister passed away. An incredible thing for you to do. But what is it like to go back to being a father to a newborn?
Well, listen, I told her before we had this, I said, now listen, I'm here. I said, but chasing toddlers at 50 is... I say,
chase them at any age.
Yeah, as many as you want, but as many nannies as we can afford.
You're like, I've worked hard enough to get to
pay for a professional chaser.
Oh man!
I mean, speaking to how you were able to afford all these nannies, the two of you owned the early aughts. I mean, you couldn't turn on the just song after song. Is there a chance? I know you've been teasing some new music.
Yes.
Is there a chance at some point we get what we all know we need? Is like some sort of joint track, album,
collaboration?
I think.
Wait a minute. I can tell when someone's about to lie. I think you guys have already done something together and we haven't seen or heard it yet.
I mean,
don't lie.
We have some vibes.
Yeah, we got some vibes.
We got some vibes.
Have you recorded a track?
We got some vibes.
Have you recorded
We got some vibes.
You've recorded a track.
Watch Peacock and find out more.
Yeah. I think that's more or less the key.
I will save you, and let's talk about the new single, Spin the Block. It's coming. It's going to get released in a few days, right?
Yeah. Definitely something that we're taking part in. I want to thank everybody that went out and supported the first Heartland project. I don't call it a country album. I call it country influenced. And we're running out part 2 now before we get into what he was talking about. But
there we go.
yeah, I think it's just a song to commemorate exactly what me and my beautiful wife here has been able to do so far.
Yeah.
So.
Everything about the story, I love it. So I hope folks check out the Peacock series. Congratulations on all the things. I look forward to seeing the new video and hearing the new album that you two are going to put out at some point here in the near future. Meanwhile, their new show, Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together, it premieres this Thursday, June 26th on Peacock. Look at those headshots. Peacock, of course, from our parent company, NBC Universal.
I wasn't in a relationship with nobody that was with me. You know what I'm saying? It was
Ashanti was hanging out.
As a man, though, how did you know if I get this opportunity, I'm gonna lie?
I didn't, Charlamagne. I swear to God, I wasn't looking for it.
Wow.
You just seen it and was like, let me go holler.
We knew the verses, right? So I knew she was going to be there. And tell her story all the time. When I went to verses, though, I had somebody else with me.
And I was in a relationship.
Jesus.
You see what I'm saying? I had somebody else with me when we got there. So it wasn't like that. And I saw Momager first when I came down the steps. You know what I'm saying? You know, you come down. She was on the phone doing the mom. She looked. Hey, Ma. What's up? We can get it on tonight. But again, we were there to celebrate two people who we have fond respect for and was celebrating their music, and we was there to support them. I never wanted it to be, you know, anger or confliction or nothing like that. So yeah, the walk across the stage was hilarious.
So what was that conversation in the car? Because you said you was with somebody. What was that conversation like? Or did she Uber before? Like, I'm out.
You were in a relationship.
No, it wasn't. No, she had no conversation. What you gonna say?
Right. Right.
Question. What was that question? I wasn't in a relationship with nobody that was with me. You know what I'm saying? It was.
Ashanti
we was hanging out.
That's why it's more so for Ashanti. How was that conversation for you, Ashanti? Because the world went crazy.
Well,
about
she didn't indulge though.
But
Nelly was flirting.
But there's still.
Hold on. You see how you did it? We got the proof now. Pull it up.
The hug was reciprocated.
On the back.
The hug was reciprocated.
You see the rug on the back.
That was just a positive, like, you know, a little,
Hey,
you know what I'm
buddy.
saying?
Let me tell you something.
And that's exactly how she responded.
You rub any other nigga on the back while you got that ring? Oh, no.
Now, how was that called? That was like, yo, did you just rub his back? Did I just see that on the TV?
Goddamn right he did. You saw that. No,
I got a better question. So what was the rekindling moment like? What was it? A hey big head, you was looking good at the verses, or you know, what was that?
It
like?
was crazy because the crazy thing is we had no conversation at the hug, after the hug. Like, some time went by, we had some shows together, you know, and I think we kind of did Body on Me a few times, but we still didn't even speak. We didn't even have each other's number. You know what I mean? I have it, but I don't even, the first text that came in was the hi emoji. And I was like, is this 314?
You testing the water.
you know what 314 is.
Wait, when you saw the area code, your heart dropped?
I was like, oh my God, who gave him my number? You know what I'm saying? But the rekindling, our first date was Valentine's Day, Vegas. And I don't even think we planned it to be Valentine's Day. You know, it was just like, yo, come out. We was in Vegas.
Yeah, but I ain't got the dog for bed.
Yeah.
What you mean? Her last name Haynes. Her last name Haynes.
That's right.
I bought the cow, the milk, the barn. I bought the barn, the cow, the milk. You see that? You see that right there? You see that right there? Hold on. You see that right there?
My God.
I said I do, so I can't.